Welcome to Eyes on the Grid, where we're going to discuss all things F1. My name is Alexa, and with me is Mallory and Sarah. Today, we're going to talk about how we started or how we got here today, where it all began, how we met, and what we want this podcast to be. So, let's get started.
It's lights out and away we go!
Hi, I'm Mallory. So before we start, we wanted to go and introduce ourselves. So I'll go first. So my name is Mallory. I'm from France originally, but I'm living in Canada, in Montreal. I first started watching F1 with my big brother on screen, and I had a chance to go to the French Grand Prix, Monaco, and Canada before meeting the girls. So that's it for me. So now I'll let Sarah introduce herself.
So my name is Sarah. I am from Canada. I got into F1 probably just a little bit before COVID and really got into it during the COVID period. And Montreal was my first GP. And Alexa comes.
So, my name's Alexa. I am from Mexico originally, but I move around a lot. Right now, I'm in DC. So, I got into F1 really early on. It was like a family thing when I was younger, and then I was on and off for a couple years, and then I recently got back into it and got to go to my first GP in Montreal. I guess now we are going to discuss how we all met and where this all came from, I guess. Like I said, I went to my first GP, and I didn't know anybody, and nobody I talked to likes F1 or knows about F1. So I tried to look at ways to talk to anybody, because there's TikTok, there's Twitter, and there's like Facebook. But my mom was the one who told me to join a Facebook group, because she has like all these interests and joined groups to talk to people who had the same likes. And I found F1 Solo Girls group, and they had a group chat for the Canadian GP, which is the one that I was going to. And I was like, you know what? I'll start to talk and see if I can meet some people there. So I think the first person that I talked to was Mallory. I talked to her like outside the group. And it was weird because I saw that she spoke French. So I was like, ooh, maybe I can practice my French. And I think we did at first, but I'm not sure if I did after that. Did I?
Yeah, we tried, but it wasn't easy because like I had to speak in English and I'm not fluent, and like we tried, but we finished speaking in English and like changing myself.
I'm sorry. I was
That's okay. That's okay.
But it was also a thing about the Canadian GP. It was during my birthday, and I was like, you know what? I want to celebrate. I want to do something, even if it's a breakfast or a lunch or something with the girls that I meet. So I posted on there on the Canadian GP that I was gonna have that is my birthday on Thursday, which the GP started Friday. And I wanted to do like a breakfast or something. And then a couple girls responded and was like, yeah, let's do it. So we decided to meet on Thursday, and I didn't know who I was going to meet. I just saw the names, but I had no idea. I didn't look at pictures. I was just like, okay, let's meet. And we decided to meet at, I don't even remember the restaurant. I was just like, okay, let's go. And Mallory couldn't go because she was working. So I was like, oh, I'm going to be so nervous, because I didn't talk to anybody else besides her before that. And that's where I met Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did we do? Like,
So we walked around Montreal afterwards. Like we went to different pop-up shops, and I think we went to a few of the teams events that they had going on, like the Ferrari one, I believe, was that day.
oh yeah.
And then we went to the mall and we had like our picture taken. We did a bunch of fun things that Montreal had up and about for the GP. So I think that's what we spent our Thursday doing, which was really fun.
Yeah. And then I think we wanted to get a glimpse of the drivers. So we all went to the hotel just to see. And we were across the street, because I don't think we got anywhere near them. But we saw, I think, Carlos.
We saw Ollie. Yes.
But I don't remember who else that day. it all blurs at this point because we met so many people.
Yeah, I know that we got like a video, or I have a video of like Ollie waving,
Yes.
so I know that we saw Ollie, but I don't remember anybody else.
But yeah, that was Thursday. And then obviously that was just like a get to know you kind of thing. And once we hung out literally all day, we were all like, let's do the whole weekend together and see how that goes. And it was a couple of us. It was, I think, 4 of us, right? 4 or 5, because I met I met Chris first also.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, yes. I met her, but then she had to go with her friends. So it was 5 of us, and then we all just decided to see each other throughout the whole weekend. And I think we all forgot about the group chat on Facebook because it was getting crazy. Like there was 200 messages that we couldn't follow anymore, and we're just like, you know what, we're just gonna do our own thing at this point.
Yeah.
So we all met today. But yeah,
and like there were plans. A lot of people made plans in that Facebook group, but I think that we really clicked with each other that weekend. And so, like you said, we decided to just kind of do our own thing. And then on the Friday, I believe, is when you came in that time.
Yes, exactly. You were already there at the Grand Prix. I came later because I was working overnight. So I was so nervous to meet you guys because I didn't have a chance to meet you first, but it was so cool. We were a cool group and we really enjoyed our time. Everything at the Grand Prix, but it will be like another video, I guess, to explain you like the full experience because it was really great with the Monster Zone and everything about F1. But it was really cool to meet you. Like I was so stressed to speak in English because I only speak French at work and here in Montreal. So it was great. I really wanted to be with you on the Thursday when you met the drivers and wandered around in the city, but couldn't because of work. So I was so happy to meet you and spend the whole weekend with you.
Yeah, and it was actually really funny because one of the girls that was with us originally on Thursday, she was actually talking to Mallory too. We just had no idea because when we were there on Friday in the morning, she texted me. She told me, "Oh, I'm talking to a friend. She's gonna meet us later." And I was like, "Oh, me too." And like, "Oh, she's French." And I was like, "Wait, mine too." And it turns out it was Mallory. We were both talking to Mallory at the same time. So that was like we were still gonna see each other, but at some point, but we didn't know that we were both talking to her.
Yeah, we ended up together, but it was like a surprise because we didn't know we would all be together that day. So it was really fun, and that's where I met Sarah because we were not talking before, so it was the first time too.
I think we had a lot of fun. We of course experienced the GP as a whole. We experienced the fan zone, but I think most of our time was spent in the Monster Complex because we had a lot of fun things to do.
The music was really good.
The music was really, if you end up going, I recommend going there. It was a lot of fun.
I think what was funny was that like we joined we were in the Monster Zone, but then it was pouring rain. And everybody like ran and tried to hide from the rain, and we just kept dancing.
Yeah.
I think we have so many videos of us just dancing in the rain. Just so at this point, we all had raincoats, but we didn't care that we were wet. It's so much fun.
It was so much fun.
It was probably
it on Friday or Saturday that we were so like completely
Friday, I believe. Saturday I was still pretty wet, but like not as soaked compared to Friday.
No, I have the video because I did when we were filming a couple of things because we were putting it on social media. I have the video of doing the little dance in the rain, and you can see that my pants are like 2 different colors because they're half soaked and half dry. And I was just like dragging my pants because I couldn't walk anymore. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to hold them down.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't even remember how many Monster drinks we had.
A lot, and they handed them out for free, and especially if you did their little like experiences that they had, you generally would get one after you completed it. So
I know Mallory's favorite part of the Monster Zone. the MotoGP, the motorcycle scene. Like,
Oh yeah, I love that because I'm a big fan of motorsport, but motors in general. So like when I saw them jumping, doing everything, I was like crazy. Like yeah, I have I think 20 videos of them jumping, and I was like so happy. And after that, they came and signed autograph for people. So it was a really good experience this year because the previous year there wasn't that experience. So I was so happy to have it this year.
They didn't have it last time?
No, no, it was completely different. Last year, there was like a girls' stand only at the GP, and it wasn't there this year, sadly. But there was more things at the Monster Zone, so
okay, then I'm
same,
hoping
same. Like,
they have it next year.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
yeah,
Sorry, but we all know why we love the Monster Zone. Okay.
yeah, we know. Like, shout out to the Monster Boys. Like, thank you for the experience.
I think Sarah and I were going crazy trying to get pictures. But Mallory's the real MVP.
Right.
Because she went up to them and asked to take a picture.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started. So,
Like, the last day,
mhm.
we were like, oh,
Why
maybe
did
we
we
should
wait
ask
so
for a
long?
photo? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go speak to them in French and like say, hey, we had photo with the Monster Girls. It wasn't true. Like, can we have one of the Monster guys? And they were like, yeah. I was like, okay, girls, go.
Oh my.
And we had
I
it.
thought they spoke only French, which is why that we sent you Mallory if they spoke English. Then I,
We sent her because we didn't want to talk to them.
but I'm just telling people that I didn't know this.
That's the reason we're giving.
Yeah.
But
But that was cool. That was a cool experience.
It was.
yeah, I mean, even the fan zone was fun too. It had a lot of stuff. Like we got to create. Oh, I have it here. Our little Legos for
Yeah, the McLaren.
yeah.
They had a huge McLaren Lego car. And if we can insert photos, we definitely will.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And you can make your own. And then they also had a wind tunnel experience.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm not including that picture.
The videos for that were
I've done that before with skydiving, but I think it was way worse for this. Like the face was just like all over the place.
the face. I don't want to talk.
And the hair was like straight.
The hair was just like
Yeah.
yeah. Even though we had like the eyeglasses, the hair was just going like all over.
Yeah.
It was fun, but no.
Yeah.
No one's ever gonna see those. I'm sorry. I mean maybe someday. But not
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. Yeah.
what I wasn't expecting though was the photo with the guys or like the drivers and the team lunches. That was fun, but we had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
At one point they like walk out next to you, but if you're not standing in the right spot, they'll either like walk in front of you or like walk it looked like a ghost kind of thing. I don't know. We took 2 or 3 photos to get it right, I guess.
Well, we did it individually, and I think we did it in a group. But
I wasn't there yet. I think
Oh,
because I
that's
don't have
after
the photo.
that.
I came right after that.
Okay.
I think we got food, and that's when we met you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
First
well-
thing we did together was eat. Like,
yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah.
It is so expensive. So if you ever go with bring some
Yeah.
snacks. Apparently you can't have drinks or I don't know. It was weird. Friday, what else did we do?
Each day at the Monster GP, they also had people that would come and like sign posters for you. So like Max Perot was there. We had a couple snowboarders and some skiers. And we got to
Lie, I didn't know who the girl was. I knew who Max was, but I didn't know the girl.
the
Canadian, right? So
siblings.
they're siblings.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I don't.
Sharp siblings because they have the same last name.
I just knew Max by Max.
Darcy. So we got like little things from them. Darcy and Cassie. Sharp. Like I said,
I only knew Max. I was like, okay, sure, I'll get a we took a picture too.
We did
Oh,
take-
we got to hold the medal.
Oh yeah, they're gold medals or they're X game medals, and they're a lot heavier than I thought. Like I thought they were. I know that they're gold, but I thought they were going to be like significantly lighter, but they were not. They were heavy.
I was holding Max's gold medal, and I had so many things in my hand. At one point, I almost took the gold medal. I was like, "Oh wait!" Instead of grabbing, I think it was my phone or my water bottle or something. I was like, "Oh, sorry," and then, but I don't think he noticed. It was fine. But his eyes, sorry, I got lost in them. When he was asking me things, I was like, "Sure, yeah."
Mhm.
But that was fun. But that was Friday. Oh, we didn't talk about Mallory's raincoat.
Oh yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's my signature. Like, I had a Minion poncho I bought in Japan, and I was like, I'm gonna take it this year because last year I wasn't planning for rain, and I was completely soaked. Like, and this year I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a poncho, but a cool one. So we were in the monster zone when it started raining, and there was like hail too, if I
Oh.
remember well.
Yeah.
And I remember like every monster people like packing everything inside the garage, and I was like putting my Minion poncho, and one guy was like, oh, Minion! I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna have it next year, and at every Grand Prix I'll be going to, because I love it so much. But it got ripped, so I have to fix it. But I still have it. I will join a little picture because I love it. And I remember talking to my best friend, like she was in France, and she was walking, like seeing the quali on TV and the tryouts first. And I was like, if you see a Minion in the crowd, it's me. So I sent her a picture, and she was like, okay, I can't miss you. I had the fluo Mercedes cap and my Minion ponchos. I was all yellow and blue, and it was my thing that day.
Yeah, I think you were the easiest person to find in technology.
Yeah, in the crowd, yeah.
In the crowd, yeah. I'm gonna get a different one for next year because I mean I just bought like a random one and it was the short sleeve, so I was still getting wet like all over. So maybe I'll get a different Minion and we can be minions.
Oh
And
yeah.
the 3 months just walking around.
They're 3, so it works.
You are. Yeah.
But it would
Yes. I just say yes when you want. All 3 days when you want. A suit, everything. Like, I'm up for it. Like, yes.
because it's for sure gonna rain. Like it rained last year. I think it rained the year before that. Like it's gonna
It
rain.
always rains at least like sometime during the weekend.
It makes it interesting though.
It does.
Yeah, can we talk about the quality, please?
Yes.
Yeah. That was so sad. And wait, was I wearing Ferrari? No, but I had the sweater on and I was like covering it. I felt so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't what a week at all. Like, I remember Charles struggling so much because I was in the airplane and I saw him like going out every time and being so late with the others, and it was hard to see it.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
really,
hard.
really hard.
For
But it was sort of surprising for Mercedes. Like,
I
shout out to Lewis and George.
yeah, the whole
Yeah.
quality was surprising in general, but I think the Ferrari thing just like took every person by surprise. Like I don't know, but it was good.
It was good. And then before we even got to the track, Mallory, you were unable to join us for that. But Alexa and I, we went to the hotel. We woke up very early.
So
Very early.
we're not gonna say when because
No.
like that's no.
We don't want, yeah. So we went to the Ritz to see if we could go find or see any drivers as they were leaving for the quali. We saw quite a few people, a lot
We
of
did.
trainers.
I got a happy birthday. Okay, first of all, wait, with the trainers, I was very surprised that a lot of people didn't know who they were. I felt so bad. I was like, I'll take a picture with you.
Ben was my favorite.
Yeah, of course. Ben was my favorite. I tried to get a picture with John. Didn't happen because they were leaving so
But we
quick.
got a wave.
We got a wave. We did get a wave. But no, I felt really bad. Nobody knew who Ben was. And I was like, can I get a picture? I like whispered because I didn't want anybody to like run after him because he was behind, like he was where all the girls were. So if people noticed, they would like run after him. But yeah, we did see a lot and we got a lot of signatures.
We got signatures. We got a very cool like group photo with Alex.
I got the happy birthday from Ollie.
Yes, we saw Charles, we saw George, Logan.
Yeah.
A bunch of drivers. It was really, really fun.
I think, when we saw Charles, that's when people went crazy. And I got hit in the face by somebody behind me because we were at the very front of the railing. So everybody was behind us. And as soon as Charles came in, it was like arms like hitting your face and everything. And I was just like, okay, don't hit me. And I got somebody's notebook like hit my eye.
Yeah.
It hurt for a while, but at least it didn't leave a bruise.
Yeah. And I was so happy that I got my Charles 16 hat signed by him because it's like not just a regular hat, it's his hat. So that was really exciting.
I just had the F1, like a white and red F1, which is somewhere. I will get it for next time. But I know I got Charles because I remember him grabbing my hat. I can't tell if the one that I think it is his. So
yeah, the most stressful thing for me with Charles coming was the fact that he used my Sharpie to sign everyone else's hats.
At least I brought it back. Or the second card.
Left with the Sharpie. And that was my only black Sharpie. So I was like really wanting that back. And then hit this security guard for all drivers brought it back to
Mallory, you have to go with us next time.
Yes, next.
Yes.
We didn't get to
Yes, I promise. I'll deal with work. I won't be working, so I'll be there. Like, maybe you'll be at home. We will wake up early together, motivate each other, and then go. Because I was like, oh no, I'm too stressed with work. Like, it doesn't fit with the schedule. But this time, it will fit. Like, I'll come with you. Maybe we'll see other drivers too. Like, I'm rooting for Lewis. Like, Lewis, I love you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where Lewis was the whole time, the whole weekend. We could not find Lewis. I don't think he was staying at the Ritz.
There were like 3 possibilities, but we couldn't know for sure.
Yeah, and this is not like we're not giving anything away. Everybody knows that they go and stay at the Ritz. Like, it's a known thing. Not like giving away any secrets or anything like that.
No.
The other one was the Four Seasons.
Yeah, there's posts everywhere, like all at the Ritz. Like mostly, like even Lando, you didn't see it, but we know he was there. Like that's no. I know.
No, okay, you don't understand. I got there Wednesday, and I was like, you know what? I went straight to the hotel, straight to the Ritz. I was like, I'm gonna see if I can see Lando, and of course, the people there were like, oh, he left like 2 hours ago, and I was like, oh, well, he's got to come back. So I stayed there for hours. He never came back. And as soon as I left, he gets there. I was like, okay. And then this kept happening every day. Thursday we go, he already left that day. So we didn't see him. Friday, we tried at night, right? Or no? I think, we did.
We went, but like there was a bunch of people already there. So we stood off, I think, or we were across the street again. We went
across the street, but still wasn't there. Saturday, we went in the morning. We saw him like a glimpse.
Yeah, he went right in the car.
Obviously, why I have the shirt, but that was like my goal, and I saw him, which is fine. But like the signature or the picture for the tattoo, because I was like, I got this for him. For me,
can you show it because we can't see.
It's hard. I'm gonna move there we go. It says we did it, and then at some point I'm gonna add the date or something. I don't know if I want to do that or not, but it's like has a double meaning. But yes, I wanted to show him that because I got it literally 2 days before I had to leave or something for Canada. So the whole weekend I had like stuff on it, and I was surprised it didn't get infected. But that was my goal, to show him the tattoo, and just didn't happen. So
Next year.
here.
Next year,
Next year. We have plans.
manifesting it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But
And I remember you texting me like, "Oh, he went to a golf session with Pierre," and I was like, "You know what? I'm walking next to that golf station. Like, I know where it is, but
well,
next
now
year,
we,
maybe."
yeah, now we know.
We know.
Exactly, but we won't go golfing, like, and not go.
You never
At
know.
all.
We could go and they could teach us. We
Uh,
don't
I'll
know what
drive
to
the
do.
golf cart. That's a
Exactly.
dream. I want to drive the golf cart.
Let's just drive the golf
Agree.
straight into their golf cart just to talk to them.
Yeah.
It's an excuse to talk to them. Just be like, oh, crash. Sorry.
Oh my
We
God.
didn't know what we're doing.
Just imagine us as three in the golf cart racing through the gardens. Like, where are they? Like,
Yeah. Or we could try to like pass them. Like if we find them, try to pass them and see if we can race in the golf cart because that would be funny.
yeah.
See, we have all these goals. For now we know a lot of things that we should have done. So
Yes. Saturday was a pretty big day.
it was. It was a long day too because that was the day, right? That we went after.
For Pitbull.
Oh,
Pitbull. And
The
unfortunately, it
no-show.
was a no-show. But I think that actually worked out for the long run because then we went out again, I think.
yeah, we went to the Ritz. That's where we met our little friend security guard.
The Four Seasons, yeah.
Oh, right. That
Yeah.
was a friend. So I met again. We were at the front. I don't know how we got there, or I guess nobody.
We waited people out because they left.
Yeah, and a lot of people weren't at the Four Seasons like how they are at the Ritz. Like
Yeah.
there maybe 20 people or less at the Four Seasons. But yeah, and he wasn't in line, but he was outside, and I realized he spoke Spanish, so I started speaking in Spanish, and we would like use each other to let us know like if the drivers would come in because he would go to the little garage and tell us, and then we would stay there. So I would be like either text him or tell him, hey, they're here, and he would just run. I think he got a better deal though because he wasn't in the barriers and he got to see or got to take a picture with Magnuson because he was like outside before he got into the door.
I got a picture with Magnuson.
I mean, we did, but I mean, I'm talking about like he was able to be like face to face with them by the door
Oh, yeah.
where we were. He also got one with Nico,
Yeah,
They wanted to take a picture,
right in.
but he was able to get it by the door again.
Yeah.
And then Max and Checo just went through the garage, so we didn't get to take a picture with them. Oh, we forgot about Lance.
Lance walked by. So we got, I think, some videos or pictures of him walking by, but he didn't really stop. He just kind of maybe just waved or something, but it was just, he had an event to go to that night. So I think he was in a hurry or
Yeah.
something.
But the thing about our little friend, I call him a little friend or a little helper, but he has a name I just don't want to say. Our little helper, he got to talk to Checo's trainer and like I guess became friends with him because throughout the day they would talk while he was coming in and out. And he got him to take his little helmet upstairs to Checo. And I was like, man, if I was there, I would have been like, can you take this? Can you take this? Because that was like my family's like favorite. Checo's like my family favorite one for my uncle. And I was like, man, I should have done something.
One. Yeah. Saturday, yeah. So Alexa and I, we went back and forth between the Four Seasons and the Ritz, and we missed Pierre by like 3 minutes. And
Yeah.
that was like so disappointing. But
Yeah. And it wasn't like there was a lot of people at the Ritz at that time. There was like 5 people waiting outside.
yeah.
So it would have been so easy to meet him,
Yeah.
but we didn't. Now we know.
Now we know.
Now we know. This is all like for next year and it's 10 months away.
Oh, but we have plans. We have plans. We are narrowing it down. I'm so excited, and it's so far away.
Yeah. Well, something to look forward to.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, exactly. But I wasn't able to be with you on Saturday night because I was with a friend. We wanted to come to the Pitbull show together, but was no show. So I came back with her to Montreal. So I wasn't with you, but next year we'll be together. So
Yes.
I'm excited because you saw all the drivers mostly, and I didn't. So
Yeah, like now
I'm excited for it.
No, okay. The whole Pitbull thing was kind of annoying. Well,
No, it was annoying.
It was annoying, but I didn't have tickets. One of the other girls that we met on Thursday won tickets at one of the little fan zone things, and she wasn't gonna go, so she gave it to me. So luckily, like, I didn't waste any money.
Although we did get
Yeah,
there were refunds available, but
the
Yeah.
fact that they didn't notify you until right when it was about to start, that was messed up. Because then at the same time, it started pouring rain.
yeah.
We could have avoided.
And one of the worst part was they were saying it in French, so we understood, and the people were like running to the metro station, and I was like looking at you and like, did you understand? You were like, no, okay, he's not coming, and people were like, what?
Yeah.
And there was a crowd at the metro station.
Yeah.
Like, it was raining, we were all frustrating. Like,
It was cold.
wasn't a good experience, honestly. Like, Chainsmokers didn't come, Pitbull didn't come. Like, what happened this year? I don't know, but if you're watching this, please, Martin Garrix next year.
Please.
Yes.
Oh, please.
Yeah, he came at Osheaga next week, and he was chef kiss, like the best.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? He wasn't
Last year.
minus, but no, was he last year's?
Last year's closing, because you know how on Sundays every F1 has like a closing party or whatever that's free for all people that are ticket holders. He was there last year.
But I do remember he did play at a club on Sunday after that also. So if it's Martin Garrix again, we got to find the club.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly. And then Sunday, exciting race.
Very exciting.
Yes, I think it was because the races before that were so like there wasn't a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
This one had like the rain, a lot of overtakes. Like it was. Yes, it was that exciting. There wasn't before.
Yeah, I had so many crashes, and right where I was sitting, like the Alex crash was right where I was sitting. A bunch of spin outs, the Carlos spin out, just so much action happened right where I was sitting, which was awesome.
I will say this though, none of us were sitting together. We all had different areas, but like I think we had good spots either way, all three of us, because we got different things.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But yeah, no, that was an exciting race.
Very exciting.
It was, again, I'm a huge Lando fan, so I was very excited when he got to overtake, but it didn't last long.
No, and I was freaking out when Lewis was leading for like the last lap or last couple laps or whatever. Fortunately, he did get, overtaken, but I was almost in tears at that point. I was like, please, let this happen.
Yeah, I remember like the end of the race, and I was like, no way, like no, why? And a girl was sitting like right behind me. She like put her hand there, and she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, me too. Like, oh no. And of course I was excited for George, but like I'm rooting for Lewis, so I hoped it would be his comeback on the podium, like on a big podium, and mostly on one where we were here, but maybe next year.
Yeah.
Like it will be different, but it was a very good race.
So I don't know.
Yeah, in comparison with last year, this year was crazy. It was really good. Like there was so much action. It's a fast track, so there's always a lot of things that happen. But the rain, the sun, like was so cool. Like it was a really cool race.
I think even now, like we're halfway and people are still talking about Alex's overtake. And the chicane, like that was probably because it was raining. You can't see anything, and the fact that he was able to avoid 2 cars is a huge deal. Like, and it's still overtake of the month, or I don't know if it got overtake of the month this year.
Who-
or this month.
Who was that driver? Was it Kevin or Logan who almost? Do you remember like there was a car that spun facing the opposite way on the track, and then another car came and had like seconds to dodge?
Yuki was the one that spun, and then Nico was the one that like avoided.
Okay, yeah. That was really
Yeah.
exciting.
No, it wasn't just Nico because there was 2 other cars behind him. I can't remember who. I think it was Ricardo and somebody else.
Yeah,
It might have been Bottas. I'm not sure, but like that was like
very close calls.
I'm saying it was the first exciting race of the season. I feel.
I agree.
Yeah. Besides Australia, but that's only because Max didn't win. But this had more to it than just like the win.
Yeah, it was good because it was a challenging race for everyone. So there was a real challenge during this race. So it was great to see like a real Grand Prix, like it was before, like years before, because there's been a domination by Max, like to be real about it. But there he was struggling too because he had, I think it was brake problems because there was smoke behind his car. So it was great because he was struggling and he fought for his place. So that's great to see it too.
Yeah, and I think the minute that Max had issues, everyone was like so excited.
Yeah,
It was not even. I don't think it was even half the race. It was the beginning, and Max had issues, and everyone's like, "Yeah." No, that was funny. But can we talk about once the race was over? You know how you can go on the track, right? I was like, I'm gonna try. I'm not that far from the start, so because it was raining, the little entrance, because you can either go through a little hole or you can go through the entrance. I went through a hole, and I like went on the track or jumped into the track. We were told not to, especially from where we were. We weren't allowed to. It was only like certain what do you call it? Oh my god, what are they called? Sections? No, what am I thinking?
the grandstand.
Yeah, certain grandstands could do it. We weren't one of the grandstands that were allowed to, but we still did it anyway. And I jumped, and everyone was avoiding the middle because it was muddy and you couldn't see the ground. And I was like, you know what? Everyone's trying to be safe. I'm trying to go. So I was the only one that went in the middle, and it was so deep that my foot like twisted before I even got onto the track. Like this was by the little grass area. And I was like, okay, I'm fine. Like I kept going. I didn't feel it. And I was starting to walk, and I was like, why does my foot hurt? Why is it hurt? And I looked down, and it was like twice the size. And I was so close to the freaking start. So I stopped on the side, and I went into the paddock club. And I was like, okay. I tried to find somebody, and they were like, you're just doing it to get to the front. And I was like, no, like look at it. And it was twice the size. So they helped me. They like just moved it, and I could walk on it again because it got to the point where I couldn't walk, and they just moved it a little bit, and that's it. And they didn't do anything. So I was like, okay, thanks. But I did get to see like on the side when Lando did his little spray.
Yeah.
But that was it. And I got like one tiny picture, and it wasn't even like a good one. But I heard it the very end when it was like that part, and then I couldn't find you guys because you were all the way on the other side, and I still couldn't technically walk. So the guys, the medic that was there, like I got to go on the little golf cart and go to the Heineken, and that's where I found you guys. But you were like, where are you? I was like, I don't know how to explain this. I hurt myself. I'm on the track.
We were so worried for you.
Yeah.
Like you just wrote like, I'm hurt, my ankle is bad, and we're like, what happened? Like
Yeah.
we went together.
Look, next time not gonna go through puddles.
Yeah.
It was worth it, even if it was for like a second, and I got to see. I'll see if I can find the picture. It's like a side profile of them, so, but it was cool. Yeah, and then I think it took like over an hour to find you guys or tell you that
Yeah.
I was on my way because I couldn't text, and then also like I was dealing with the foot that I also wanted to see, and I was like, it was just for my first one, great story, but never again.
Yeah. It was a fun experience. And then I think we went to the Heineken for like 20 minutes, maybe even less.
Yeah.
And then I
It was
think,
fun. I think a lot of people just wanted to go home because it was still raining.
yeah. And it was cold. Like, I was expecting, it was really hot on the Thursday, and Friday it was warmer. But Saturday and Sunday I found really cold. So I even had like my jacket on, like almost all day, and I was fine.
Yeah, the weather is always complicated in June. In Montreal, like always complicated. Last year was the same problem, but I remember, I don't know which day it was, but you remember I had a sweater and the sweatpants, and I was like stripping in the monsters of like
In the
to
middle of
be
the
in
month.
leggings. People were like, "What is she doing?" Like, she's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's Friday.
Like,
I
I
think
think
so.
it was on Friday. Yeah, just stripping to be in a t-shirt and a legging, and then just putting the sweater back, and it was raining, hailing, like. And after that, yeah, it was so cold on Saturday and Sunday. But the Heineken show was great, but I think we were all tired after the weekend, and we were running on Monster, like clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we even tried to go after the Heineken. We tried to go back to Monster. So
We did. We
Yeah.
made our way there, but they were like
that
shutting down or something.
was that when
I
when did you
think they
take the
were.
picture? Before the race or after the race?
It was no, because they were pretty much gone.
Oh,
I
you're
think
right.
it was before the race. Like,
Yeah.
um,
But we got
Yeah,
another
because they were out giving free monsters
yeah,
at
they
the
were
end,
at
so there
the
was nobody.
like further down near the entrance or something.
Yeah. See, I wanted to get more Monster just to, be able to talk to them, but I was like, how am I going to take this back to the States? I can't. So I at one point had 3, and they just all stayed at the hotel because I could not take any of them back.
I think I came back with 4. I still have one, so we're saving them.
I drank them all.
I think if I drank them all, I would be passed out, have a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
But
I kept them and drank it at work, and I was like, GP, one sip, like
Yeah.
it was cool. Like,
reminiscing, remembering all this stuff.
I'll s-
Every sip was a different memory.
yeah,
the whole
exactly.
weekend. I was on a high for like a week,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 right after that, before like I came back down to reality. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, because even I couldn't post anything during that week. There was so much. I was just like, I'm going to wait a while so I can go through it.
Yeah.
And then posting it was bringing back every memory. And I was like, oh, I wish it was longer.
I know. But we'll plan. We're gonna plan longer next year, and then after. So that was pretty much what we did during the race weekend within
The actual GP.
the actual GP. And then afterwards, we went out for dinner. The 3 of us. We went to the Four Seasons. We went to the Marcus restaurant.
We decided to get dressed up. We're like, we're going to go out. And I regret it because I was in heels. And I still had my hurt foot. But I lasted longer than I thought I would.
Yeah,
Even
and
though, like, at the very end, we
We
switched.
switched shoes.
But we did get to see Kevin. Mallory, you didn't because you got there like a little bit after us. But Sarah and I were waiting to go up to the restaurant, and Kevin just walked by. I don't think we realized it until he passed us.
I was facing him. You were facing me. So I saw him. I don't know if you...
I saw the back, like I saw him
when he was walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
I
was
saw him at the elevators. I just didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
Like somebody at the elevators.
Because I was trying to not.
You turned to me and you were like,
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
If it was Max or Pecco, I would have been like, ooh. I mean, Kevin was nice. He was super nice.
Yeah.
But I think he was done with the weekend because it was not good for him. And he's
No.
like, I didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
But no, we couldn't find a restaurant, or we tried to find different restaurants, and we decided on the Four Seasons. But oh my gosh, what a restaurant! Didn't realize it was like
cool.
Michelin style chef, or however you say it. Like,
I want to go back. Like,
oh yeah. Oh, I wonder why you want to go back. Explain.
Yeah, we had a good waiter, and I had truffle fries.
No, the food was really good, and
Yeah.
yes, the waiter was nice. Like, we couldn't even decide what to drink, and he was just like, "What do you like?" And we're like, "Surprise us."
Yeah.
It was good too.
It was really good. And that's where we did like a little birthday celebration for you. We had cake.
That was so nice. The cake was really good too.
It was
Oh yeah, it was.
good.
And the free shots. And those were good.
That was so nice. That was so
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And then after we went to Yoko Luna,
Yes.
like the nightclub.
Yep.
It was fun. We hope we will see some drivers there because last year there was Lewis, I think,
Oh,
who was there to party.
Yeah, it was Lando, Lewis, and Martin Garrix were there last year. So
Yeah, and this year no one showed, but it was fun. Like we discovered like different places. Like there was upstairs, downstairs, but it was packed.
It was
Like
really
there
full.
was so much people.
but we got there like before the nightclub started to open up, and we got there during dinner, and they did a show. I was not expecting the show, and we were in the weird spot where like we couldn't.
We were just standing there, and they were like coming to us.
Yeah, no, that was cool, and that's like a regular thing that they do, so it was a fun experience.
It was really fun. If you are in Montreal, I recommend going. A lot of fun.
And
Oh yeah,
wait-
it was so cool. Like, yeah, and I went after I came back, and it was so cool. We had a dinner there.
Mhm.
Then after that, there's a show. The girls are dancing, and then after that, you can dance, and it's a really cool experience to live in Montreal. But maybe next year we'll see some drivers celebrating. But I feel like
I
they
think
weren't out this year. I don't know.
Saturday's when they go out, I feel like.
Yeah.
Carlos and them got there like on Saturday around midnight, so they were out somewhere after that.
So
Yeah.
I'm surprised because it's before the race day, so they're not supposed to be out on
No.
Saturdays. So we weren't expecting it.
Apparently it's a thing, because I was talking to people, I don't remember when it was, Friday night, and they told me that a lot of the drivers go out because, oh no, it was the security guards. They were talking about how they go out and they come home late. Like, people think that they just go straight to the hotel. No, they go out.
Yeah.
Don't know where. But
I think a lot of them also leave right away after, like, no matter what GP, I think they just end up going home or to the next place or something.
I think it's different if they win. They'll stay longer
Yeah.
because they want to party. But
Yeah.
it's like, none of
You don't have a great race. You kind of just want to leave.
leave, go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
now
it was a really cool weekend.
Very fun.
Sorry.
And of course, we'll have another episode where we'll go more in depth of expectations, what we brought, what we didn't need, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like tips of what we suggest you to do or don't. Like, because we had our experience, so maybe we can help you like find good places to eat, to hang out, or just to have fun in the city out of the race. Because there was a lot of animation, like free fan zone on the Vieux-Port de Montréal. So it should be cool for you to know that if you're coming, and then maybe write a comment to us if you're coming, because we'll be there next year too.
Yes.
So it should be cool to see each other. And after the race, so we had a group on Instagram, and we just like talked every day, sending pictures, videos, and like every day we were talking about strategy, races, like every day, and like lasted for it's been 3 months almost already. And then we're like disagreeing with strategies of the races or the teams, and I remember saying like, oh, look at this video, like these people are saying that and I'm not okay with that. And Alexa said, oh yeah. It was like, okay, maybe we should start our own podcast and talk about it. And that's it. Here we are, all three, starting Eyes on the Grid. So we hope we'll be able to give you advices, predictions, like talk about races, talk about the drivers, like pretty sum up everything about F1. If you just join us and begin, doesn't know everything about F1, that's fine. We don't. So just learning every day and just like trying to give you advices, make debrief or predictions about next year too. So I think we'll have fun doing that.
Yeah, and we wanted to create a space where like everybody who isn't a solo fan who doesn't have people that they can talk to can go to Eyes on the Grid and like meet other people or learn more, or like Mallory said, just a space where you can feel like you can talk to others about F1 where you're not alone. So
Yeah. And
that's-
like, yeah. And we don't always agree with each other, but we never get like super angry or hurtful to one another. We keep it pretty calm and chill, even if we don't necessarily agree. I think it's just a safe space that we can share our own ideas and things and not be like judged harshly for them.
Yeah. I think this started because after every race, we would be talking for hours on what happened, what they messed up on, everything. So I think just like Sarah said, like we don't judge any of our opinions. It's just we want to say what we want to say, and if you don't agree, like we talk it out. Like it's not like, oh, you're wrong kind of thing.
Or like not necessarily bring someone, like share a different perspective of why something might have gone that way, so we can see both sides.
Yeah.
But I think generally we have similar thoughts and like opinions, so that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's great because there's a lot of girls that like F1 and they start to pop up recently, like saying it, but before we were not really a community. So maybe you can join us and like we can have men too. Like we're totally open to everyone, but like it's a safe place to everyone to show their passion and just like interact. So feel free to join us on all our platforms too, because we have a lot of platforms and content coming out soon, and we can't wait for that. Like really, we're all friends, I think, into it. So we'll be happy to meet you all and just like share what we like, and we hope you will like it too. And I would like to say sorry for my English because I'm a French-speaking person, so I'm trying to, but sorry for the mistakes already.
No, like also we're gonna have some French content. So if you don't speak English, we can have French, possibly at some point Spanish. I don't know if I want to do that, but yes, we have English and French. So if you need anything in translation, we have our translator right here.
Yes, and I don't speak a lot of French, but I can understand it a bit. So when we do anything in French, I will try to keep up, just like Mallory. We each have our own,
something we can bring to the table.
Yeah.
And I do speak, well, I know French. Speaking is a whole other thing. Like I said, Mallory and I tried, and I will keep trying. But yes, most of the French.
It's challenging, like.
It is.
It's not easy.
Especially when you try to talk about it like a sport. We don't, like in school, I didn't learn how to speak like French terms for sports or anything. So you're learning all new languages or words as well. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember like us talking, and you were like, talking about oversteer. I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't know this word in English. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's fun. We have a whole community. Like, we're from all over the globe. So we'll join people. I hope to.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll be all together. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we sum up pretty everything we wanted to say. Do you want to add something, girls? Or not really?
I think we said everything.
I think we did it.
We did it. Yeah.
We did, yeah. Like,
Oh,
and now we're gonna say it, et voila.
But first of all, please bear with us. This is our first podcast.
Yeah.
None of us have done this before, so we're all learning at the same time.
Yeah.
So eventually it'll get better. I don't know. If it was good, great. If we need to work on some things, let us know. But no, I really like this, and I hope you guys will too. So
And we have some fun podcasts coming up, some ideas, some content on the different socials that Mallory talked about earlier. So keep a lookout for that. Our next podcast will be all about F1 summer break and what the drivers have done and or are doing.
yes, hopefully we can get some good content from that. I don't know. It's weird talking
Yeah,
about
and
a break because like they're on a break, but people want to know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
we have to tell them.
yeah, we have to talk about that. But I think we will like show more content very soon. So please follow us on our social media like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything, YouTube too. Because you have the podcast and the video of our recording. And this video is quite long today because it was a presentation day. So we wanted to introduce ourselves and what we live together. But there will be shorter ones too for people that don't have time. So we hope you enjoy it. And we're really happy that you listen to us for an hour almost.
Almost an hour, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little mistake in the middle, but it's fine. That was on me. But until then, this is Eyes on the Grid, and don't forget to follow us and see you next time.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.